Wow, it's bright. So, little update. I'm moving. Not that far. Somewhere else in the Tampa area. I'd love to tell you why and what we're most sad to leave behind where we live now. And maybe one of you can buy my house. I'm Sam, and this is the Living in Tampa channel. We make these videos for you about what it's like to live and move to Tampa. I know this video is a little bit more about me, but I think you'll get a lot of value in it. We're also a team of realtors here in the area, and we would love a chance to earn your business. Give us a call, text, or email anytime. So I started this YouTube channel when I moved to the Tampa area. And a big thing I was expressing was, I moved here, I know what it's like, I would love to help you, and these are the things I'm noticing that I think might help you as well. So what we did when we moved to the Florida area is we lived in a rental for a few months. Then we bought a house in Tarpon Springs. Super close to family, super close to the beach, cool, charming neighborhood, and now we're moving. We are moving to Newport Richey. So Newport Richey has kind of a mixed reputation. The west side, it's not a great reputation. The east side, it's just like suburb, kind of rural suburbs. That's where we're going. The house that we're going to is something we're really excited about. Full acre, about a quarter of it is still completely wooded. Has a nice big yard, 4-bedroom house with a pool, and kind of a small lake neighborhood. And there's a bunch of reasons why we want that. Mostly we want more space inside and out. We want a pool, and we were able to do that for under $600,000 up there. Now there's things we want to do to the house. We love the outside, but don't really like the inside at all. So there's things we want to change. And I'll probably make some videos about that as I connect with more contractors up there and stuff like that. I think that's super useful to you. But we're super excited about the house. We're also super sad about what we're leaving behind. That's kind of interesting dynamic. So I thought I want to make this video. I want to come to one of my favorite spots in my neighborhood. This bench right here. There's water right there on the other side of the street. That is Whitcomb Bayou, and that's Craig Park just down the road. It's super fun to live this close to the water. There are some downsides, and let's talk about those. Downsides of living this close to the water is insurance. That's the only one. Insurance is super expensive. So my total insurance for my property, which is about a quarter of an acre, 3-bedroom house, but a pretty big yard for the area, built in 1962, my total insurance is about $5,600 a year. That's homeowners and flood. My house is super low, but there's never been a flood claim, so I didn't really balk at that. It's fine. Some of my neighbors, their homeowners insurance is just as expensive as my homeowners and flood combined. Because even though my house was built in 1962, it's one of the newest houses in the neighborhood. So it's built on a slab and it has concrete block walls. Very different than a lot of the older frame houses in my neighborhood. And my neighborhood is kind of an interesting old brick road neighborhood. I live kind of on the edge of it where there's not a brick road anymore. Kind of downside, but it's okay. But I want to share with you a lot of the things we're going to miss about Tarpon Springs and about where we live right now. So Tarpon Springs is about 24,000 people, cool little downtown, a lot of waterfront properties, but a lot of smaller properties too, a lot of more like affordable properties. So our house will probably list for about $450,000, and that's pretty low for the area actually. The big positives to our neighborhood is just how walkable it is. We can walk to the water, we can walk to a park on the water, we can walk to the produce market, which is a thing down here. These kind of like semi-open air produce markets. We can walk to the liquor store, Walgreens. We could walk to downtown if we didn't have super little kids. But you could definitely ride a bike downtown where you could have some interesting food, good food. You get to go to a bunch of breweries, all kinds of things like that. It has like a really walkable small town vibe and a really charming downtown. One of my favorite things about living in Tarpon Springs is that everything's accessible without getting on the highway. When I say everything, not like Costco and Trader Joe's, that kind of stuff. We have that stuff delivered because it's like a 30-minute drive both ways. My kids are too little to handle that. But so much is accessible without ever getting on US 19, which is just an awful highway. Also, where we live, we're 8 minutes from one beach and 6 minutes from another beach. I say the 8-minute one first because I like that beach better. That's Fred Howard Park. Long causeway that goes out into the Gulf, cool beach out there. Not like the touristy kind of beach that you might expect, like Clearwater or something like that. It's way smaller, way more interesting. I even like to go out there when the weather's not good. Like right now it's kind of cloudy and windy. I think going out there right now, I'd probably see a lot of windsurfers and kite surfers. It's always fun to watch. The main thing we'll miss though is our neighborhood. So we walk in our neighborhood a lot, ride bikes, stuff like that. And you just get to know everybody. People love the neighborhood. We live on Pineapple Street and they call that area the Fruit Bowl because there's pineapple, lime, lemon, mango, banana, orange. Orange is kind of far away. Mango is kind of far away too. Anyway, they call it the fruits or the Fruit Bowl. Really interesting kind of area down here by the bayou. And we've gotten to know our neighbors really well. Most of them are older. Most of them have been here quite a while. Most of them are around their house most of the time. My kids love to talk to them. Everybody has big fruit trees and shares everything like that. It's just a super interesting neighborhood. And it is just one of the neighborhoods in the area where people just wish they could live in it. There's a couple of those like that. You know, if you want to live on the water, you're looking at very specific neighborhoods. But if you want to live closer to downtown, the Fruit Bowl is kind of the ideal area in Tarpon Springs. Even my wife, who grew up in this area and is kind of tired of Tarpon Springs in a lot of ways, after looking at a few houses together, we come back to Tarpon Springs, we drive by the water, and this, I mean, the water's literally like 100 yards from our house. And she's just recognizing how charming and unique this little town is. I think a lot of you would really love it. The biggest downsides is usually the distance that it is from other things. So, you know, 50 minutes to downtown Tampa, 40 minutes to the airport, 30 minutes to closest Costco or those kind of things. All that kind of adds up. If you don't really need those things, you want to just be kind of within your town, have walkable stuff, have, you know, a small town kind of vibe in the midst of a bigger metro area like Tampa. This is a really awesome spot. It's funny, we're leaving a small town vibe for an even smaller rural vibe. We're moving into a neighborhood that has like 20 houses. We're super excited. I feel a little sad, honestly though. I feel like this is kind of a melancholy video about why I'm moving. The priorities to us were space, inside and outside. And that's what we're able to achieve at this new place that we weren't able to achieve here. But if your kids are out, or if you've only got one kid or two, then something like this would be a really fun option. We are pretty sad to leave, but happy for what's next. As always, thanks for coming by, checking out the video. Would love to hear any questions you have about the move, anything that's on your mind. Would love to help you process your move as well. Phone number and email are right there on the screen and in the description down below. Thanks for coming by.